Welcome everyone to Old Roommates. It is Pride Month.
Woo!
And we are celebrating in only the way that old roommates can with the Spice Girls.
Woo! But they're not here.
We are revisiting 2 of their videos, however. So say you'll be there when 2 become 1. And listen in to this fantastic pride-filled episode of Old Roommates.
Welcome to Old Roommates, everybody, where we revisit pop culture through a middle-aged lens. This is Brian.
This is Christina.
What did I do?
You did not say the correct tagline.
What did I just said
You
it.
just said where we revisit.
We're visiting pop. What do I?
The only
podcast. Oh my god. Oh my god. Cut.
Nope.
The only podcast that revisits pop culture through a middle-aged
You're
lens.
the first one to point that out to me.
No, I know. This is Brian.
And this is Christina.
And it is our Pride. It's funny because you said it's Pride Month, and it is. It's the end of Pride Month. But we wanted to sneak an episode in here that celebrates Pride. I am Brian, a homosexual. Christina.
I am Christina, an ally.
Nice. Christina, it's so funny. I wanted you to say a heterosexual, and, like, and I was gonna gonna be like, nice, Christina, nice. Way to divide. I wanted to.
I'm sorry to disappoint.
Yeah, you're really disappointed.
I'm actually really happy to disappoint.
Well, so we are revisiting the Spice Girls, and Carl had my husband actually said, he's like, are they like really centered on LGBT? And I said, well, yeah. I said, in the sense, like, I mean, you know, they've been known to change lyrics to have them be more inclusive. Mel Scary Spice has come out and said she spent 5 years, you know, with a woman. And there's been, you know, they know there's a big lesbian following with Sporty Spice, who says she wishes she was a lesbian. And but I think there's also this idea of like just empowerment and this idea of community over, say, like, you know, say heterosexual, normal, sort of like, or
normal.
I meant to say heteronormative.
Wow.
Heteronormative.
This is a great Pride episode, Brian. This is great. Send all of your emails to Brian at oldroommatespod@gmail.com.
relationships. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. I'm like blushing right
That's
now.
hilarious.
I'm sweating. Oh my god. We just lost half our audience. It's fine. So, no, because that brings me back to Three's Company. When the whole world is normal, Jack's not normal. Yeah. Anyway, no. Heteronormative ideas, and so it's all about like friendship and girl power and all this kind of thing. But and the Spice Girls, what they realized through many interviews, they've said this, is that it became so much more about girl power. It's really about like your own individuality.
Yes.
And like that they had a lot of gay fans, a lot of lesbian fans, and they wanted their sort of their music to sort of reflect and acknowledge that. So that's that.
I imagine they must have had a lot of chefs as fans too, with them being spices.
Christina, what's wrong with you? You're drunk.
I wish.
The first video is oh my god, stop. This is a disaster.
Oh my gosh, it's the ginger chews.
Oh my gosh, should we just start over totally?
Oh my god, ginger is a spice.
Oh my god, totally
Ginger
true.
chew.
Yeah, we're doing ginger. Yeah, we're eating ginger chews. You don't want to start over? We're just gonna rock on.
We're rocking on.
The first video we rewatched separately is 2 Become 1. Now the song was released. This is so funny to me. December 16th, 1996. The UK critics, when you go back in time and read some of these old reviews, they refer to it as a Christmas, as a holiday song. That it's like,
wow.
It's like this, really romantic, lush Christmas song, great for the Christmas season. And it's like, wait, what? I guess it has like, you know, like that sort of whimsical, dreamy kind of.
Guess so. I would never think
but
of it as
I would
Christmas
not
song.
think of it as a Christmas song. So the music video. Oh, really quick. So the song was number 1 in the UK for 3 weeks. It reached number 4 in the US. It was named the Song of the Year at the ASCAP London Music Awards. And the song sold 1.14 million copies. And yeah, so let's dive in. So now, Christina, but really, generally speaking, we begin as we always do.
Yes.
With 20 minutes later. We begin as we always do talking about then. I want to know, were you a Spice Girls fan?
I wasn't really a big Spice Girls fan.
And we lost the other half of our...
We have a few left. We have a few people in Denmark that are diehard fans. No, it's not that I didn't like Spice Girls, but I think I was a little bit old for them. I think I was just doing other things, and I liked their music. I just didn't buy their CDs, or didn't really follow them. I still was a little bit unsure about which Spice Girl was which. I knew Baby Spice and Scary Spice, but I didn't really know the others. But,
Posh, Sporty, Ginger.
Well, I know them now.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
So anyway, but no, I didn't know a ton of their music.
Yeah.
Obviously I know Wannabe and, a couple of the more popular ones, but I didn't really follow them. I enjoyed them, but I wasn't like a big, huge fan.
Okay.
What about you, Brian?
Yeah, I was not a huge fan.
There goes the Denmark audience. So now we're just talking to ourselves.
Oh my god. No. No, it's so funny. I loved, I guess what I mean is, like, I love their music. I didn't like you said, use the word follow. Like, I wasn't a fan where I was like, oh, where are they now? Like, what are they up to?
Are we going to go to their show?
What do they eat after a show? I wasn't like that. And I don't have any of their music. But I do love To Become One. I love Spice Up Your Life. I love Wannabe. But I can't say I was like a big fan. But
sure.
I like
about
them.
The same as me.
Yeah, I think it was very good. I mean, their music's fun. They have a few really fun songs. But yeah, so this video then for me was it's all green screen. It's all New York, and I just thought it was like, oh, okay. I thought it was a good chance to see them, get up close and personal, like then with like what they look like and their their own sort of looks and stuff. But I was just like, okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Same.
So now, when did you rewatch the video?
A few days ago.
Yeah.
A few days ago. And I started with To Become One.
Me too, yeah.
And my first impression, Brian, you're going to laugh, it reminded me of the mom ride. So we used to work...
Oh my God, yeah.
Right? We used to work at a, what would you call it? Like a thrill ride place, right? Is that what they call it?
A motion simulator theater. Yeah.
Motion, what is it? Motion Odyssey
movie? That's what
So you sit in this, you're just looking at, like, basically, like you're in the driver's seat, whatever.
Yeah. And the seat moves.
Moves in 8 different directions.
That's right. Oh, good.
Yeah. I remember. So anyway, it reminded me of that because the first scene is you're in the driver's seat.
Yeah. Well, you're in the water. You're in the water going towards Manhattan.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was my first thought, was the mom ride. And then I liked the video. I liked the visual of it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bit much at times. Like, I felt like I was, if I had a seizure disorder, this might not be a great video to watch.
Okay.
Not all the time. Yeah. I apologize for those noises. That's my seat. If you can hear that. But it was bright. It was cheerful. I liked the way that the girls took turns. And you could just see them one at a time, two at a time. Where you could, like, see them.
Yeah. That's what I said.
I don't feel like that happens a lot. Mm-hmm. I don't know, maybe not. But some of the boy bands, I feel like if they're singing, there's one guy who's singing the song. Yeah. Depending on the song, and then everybody else is in the background. Yeah. This group, they literally like took turns singing this line, then this line, this line. I really liked that.
And they were in pairs, they were single.
I liked it. And they looked like they were having a good time.
Yeah.
They did look like they had a good time.
Yeah.
What about you? What were your first impressions?
I really liked it. I'm gonna be honest. I actually really like this video. I did a little research, and Carl and I told Carl yesterday. We were on the way to a party, and I played all Spice Girls the entire. It was like a 45-minute ride, and to get sort of like in the zone for this episode. And I was explaining that, like, for To Become One, I found out that, or I mean, you can just look it up online, but it's like that they sped up the songs. They were lip syncing at double speed.
Oh my
because
gosh!
They had wind, the fans blowing their hair.
Yeah.
And I guess because the fans blow, it's like it wasn't like a gentle breeze. They wanted to have this kind of cool effect that their hair was moving at a certain speed.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so they slowed it all down. I will say, I think Scary Spice isn't the best lip syncer in this. I'm just, if I'm being nitpicky, but I do think it leads to a cool effect, like with their jackets blowing, but they're singing a ballad, meaning it's not a crazy modeling shoot with the wind blowing their hair all over the place. It's like much slower and a little more sophisticated and sweet. I think they all look really pretty in this. I think the lip syncing is like overall quite good. But I liked it. And I liked even though it's all green screen, I liked the shots of New York. I think they used some different parts, and some of it was cooler than others. Like I could have done, and I think it's the same stuff when it's all the cars at the intersection going crazy.
I think that's the part where I feel like it was a bit much.
I kind of like the more close-up shots of the city and that kind of thing.
It was distracting to me.
But we didn't say one thing right off the bat. The Twin Towers. That was a little sad. They're featured in this. And then Baby Spice, which is so funny to me that Baby Spice is the one that talks about putting a condom on.
Yes.
Like both lines. It's like get it on, and then put it on, put it on.
Yeah.
I will say, this is what the LGBT thing. So the original line, and if you play it on Spotify, if you play the song on Spotify, it says, boys and girls go good together. Mm-hmm. But when they realized that their fan base was definitely evolving into more of an LGBTQ, arrangement, they changed the lyric to, once again, if we endeavor, love will bring us back together. Aww. So it was just more inclusive and like that kind of thing. So that is a positive note. I did a little more research. Posh had said, or Victoria Beckham said that she had a hard time not laughing because she's staring right into the camera saying, want to make love to you, baby, like over and over and over again. And it is funny because like that line is said a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot for a Christmas song.
Right. Maybe she's talking to Santa. Who knows?
A little critique is none of the lovers, none of the non-Spice Girls in this video look like they're having fun. All the lovers look a little sad, and I don't know if that was intentional or not.
That makes sense, yeah. I thought at the end, there's like a random deer. Did you notice that? The last scene is like a deer. I don't understand why. No. It's just random.
No. And I will say that during the making of the video, there was a running joke because there was a deer on the set, and they were like, anytime something went wrong, they would say, oh dear. Like it was a running joke. Yeah, no. Oh, okay. No, that's not a lie.
So there's not a reason why it was there. They just decided, let's get a deer.
Let's get a deer.
It's bizarre.
It's so strange.
Very strange.
Very strange. I do have to have something. We reached out to an expert on the Spice Girls. As a friend of the pod. The gay vinylist on Instagram, Mr. Joshua Black. And I had asked, I said, like, it's like, I just don't want it to be like me being the gay of the show saying like, oh yes, Spice Girls were so important, whatever. Right. So I wanted his take because he is an expert. And he said that he's been an out and proud Spice boy, apparently that's a thing, since first seeing the video from Wannabe on VH1 or MTV in 1996. By the way, Wannabe is going to be on Patreon.
Yes.
The Spice Girls did what so many cisgender females, the ones who would go on to gay icon status, and that was put a big middle finger up to the patriarchy. I was 12 at the time, and the music scene prior to the Spice Girls was Nirvana and Smashing Pumpkins. Bands with their own merit, but lacking a certain positivity and wow factor, i.e. sequins and platform sneakers. With messages of girl power and feminism didn't necessarily speak directly to me at the time. I certainly appreciated the message as well as the delivery. But he does say, everyone, this is the part I want to comment on.
Okay, this is the quote.
Well, no, everyone says everyone had their favorite. Mine was Emma, a.k.a. Baby. Christina, I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite Spice Girl?
I think I do have a favorite.
Cut the shit, really?
Yeah.
Okay, and who if you were one of these Spice Girls, who would you be? Or is it the same
who
answer?
would I be?
Or no, it's
so
two,
those
it's
I
two
think
questions.
I don't know. I have to think about that.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a favorite Spice Girl?
So
I think I know who your favorite Spice Girl is.
oh my god.
If I had to guess, I think it would.
Shit.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
I think it would be Posh.
Yeah. She's my favorite, and I think I would.
And you're probably
be
most
her.
like her.
So I really watched a lot of these videos. I watched this special performance they did, and I think what I like about I said to Carl, I was like, I think I would be her because I really don't like to move that much. I enjoy sitting. In this video, she sits a lot. And I don't really I don't know. She doesn't smile a whole lot. I don't, it's like I don't.
She's just sort of,
She's kind of there. It's like, I'll support the group. I'll be there. Although, at the same time, she didn't really go back for that other reunion, but it's fine. She has other things going on. But I like her, I like her style. I like her seriousness. And I like that she doesn't try too hard.
You know what's interesting, Brian? I'm looking at you right now. You, a little bit, and I don't know if this is true or not. I'm just thinking about it. I'm tired.
Yeah.
But you almost a little bit resemble David Beckham.
Ah!
You kind of do.
Thanks
I never
so
thought of
much
that
for that.
before.
I
Has anybody ever
appreciate
said that to you before?
Never. I've told you how this is my life has been. I went from when I was young, I got Fred Savage a lot. Then I got Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Then I got
was it the Backstreet Boy?
No. Who was it? Oh, Jordan Knight. Jordan Knight. Joel McHale. Hank Azaria, and then I was like, I don't need to hear anymore.
Let's not talk about the older people. No, I don't think David Beck. I think that's a pretty good compliment.
That's a huge compliment. I don't see it at all.
He's
but
pretty handsome. I never really. Maybe just because you're talking about Posh, I'm just sort of thinking. I don't know.
I think you said look like Posh. I was like, oh my god, thank you.
Yeah, only when you don't smile.
So how about you?
I don't know who I would be per se. I don't think I wouldn't be Baby. I wouldn't be Posh. I wouldn't be Sporty. So I guess
I have one for you.
What are you thinking?
Scary.
So that's my favorite one.
Because I think she's really strong and outspoken, and she gets the crowd going.
So yeah, I guess that would be, because I don't know anything really about Ginger.
No. Oh, that's funny.
I can't really choose her just because I don't know much about, what was her thing?
That she left the group.
That was her thing.
Yeah, she broke out. No, I don't know. I mean, she was, I don't know, Ginger.
But because she had red
hair.
Yeah,
right. Ginger. I mean, it's like, yeah.
I mean, everybody else sort of had their personality, so she doesn't really have much of a personality, I don't think.
Yeah.
But, so I guess I would have to choose Scary. And that is actually, she is my favorite.
Scary.
She's my favorite Spice Girl.
So good. So, Mr. Joshua Black, thank you. And if you want to
Yes,
follow
thank you, Joshua.
Josh, gay vinylist on Instagram. Check him out. He's really fun. Let's go should we go right into our next?
Yeah, let's go into the next video.
Okay. It should be said, Spice Girls have sold over 80 million albums.
I'm not surprised.
Worldwide. Really? That did surprise me.
Really? No, that doesn't. I think Wannabe is really just.
When you think about, and I will say Josh brings this up too, it's like they think they truly for 18 months. I mean, I think that it was like a year and a half where they were really everywhere and everything.
Yes. And I think that's still not that they're everything and everywhere and everything now, but I feel like I still say, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I still feel like I say that. It's so catchy. It has got to be the catchiest.
Oh, I'll tell you, since I've been revisiting the music, Spice Up Your Life is now my gym mix. And I'm telling you, the original version is better than any of the remixes out there. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Could be controversial.
So, and I know you mentioned it before, but patreon.com/oldroommates, we will be talking about our revisit of Wannabe.
Yes.
So go to oldroommates.com. So go to Patreon. Go to patreon.com/oldroommates to check that out and check out all the other awesome things that we have. We've posted a bazillion things, and you don't have to really join to see a lot of this stuff. But if you want to, it's only $2. $2. Yeah. I mean, come on. It's not that much.
No.
So moving on to our next video.
Say You'll Be There.
Say You'll Be
Fun
There.
fact about this. This was released October 1996.
Yes.
So this came out after Wannabe, but before Two Become One. Right? Yeah. And this on YouTube 84 million views to become 160 million views. I think I said that. But here's the thing. Originally, the people were going to release Say You'll Be There first. Okay. And I think it was a really good call they didn't.
Yes.
Just in terms of a song. You know what I mean? As a single.
I agree.
So let's dive in. Christina, Say You'll Be There.
So the first thing I was surprised about, so it's a cute little it's going to be a movie. It's like they had, I don't even say, did they call it Say You'll Be There? Did they say something? I forget what they said. Yeah. But they're saying starring.
Right.
And what was interesting to me was they were using their real names as the they were saying, Emma Bunton, right?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. I was like, why didn't they use Baby Spice or Ginger Spice? Like, were they at a point in their careers where like they were like, I wanted them people to know my real name? Like, I felt like they stopped that pretty early on.
We're going to talk about Wannabe in the bonus episode, but Wannabe is the same thing. At the very end, they have their first names up. And I think that whole nickname thing happened more in interviews.
Okay.
And they sort of established themselves as like, well, she's Ginger and she's Baby and, and whatever. I don't know.
I feel like, in my memory of it, I felt like it was a long time before we knew what their real names were.
No, it was the opposite.
Interesting.
But I think it's smart on their part because it's easier to remember 5 adjectives,
sure,
right, than 5 full-on names.
Definitely.
But maybe it proved to be their downfall because they wanted to break out and do different things. Who knows?
Yeah.
This song was number 5. Let's see. In the U.S., it hit number 5, and at the time, it was a debut for a British act on the Billboard. The highest debut on the Billboard 100 by a British act.
Interesting.
So it debuted at number 5 is the point. Yes.
Very interesting. So what were your original thoughts when you were watching
Well,
this?
back then, I didn't really care for it. It looked a little cheap to me, to be honest. And that was back then. Now I can say, like, I appreciate it. It's like sort of, it's a spoof of, like, whatever, Faster Pussycat Kill Kill or Pulp Fiction or whatever you want to call it. So it's like, but I'm going to be really honest. The revisit of this, I wasn't crazy about it, even though it's like action packed and there's a hot model.
Is it action packed?
It kind of is.
I didn't think it was that action packed. They threw those chakras.
Yeah.
They did that, and they really liked doing that. They did that like 1,000 times. But the thing was, they were throwing them at like light bulbs or something. They weren't even throwing it at people.
Yeah.
So it was like they just grab it and flick it. These are like those.
I guess, but remember they were doing karate kicks and stuff in the beginning.
There was Sporty Spice is the only one that had any real action in this. She was doing all kinds of flips and kicks.
No, but in the very beginning when they were doing the freeze frames with their knees.
That was the introduction of it all. That was
it still happened. Was it introduction or not?
Is it really? It was more like they would do it. It was like starring,
and then they kidnapped.
And then starring, blah. And then starring, blah. So, to me, that wasn't really the movie. That was just the beginning credits.
Oh, my God. So,
and then they kidnap... here's the thing, too. They kidnap a model.
Yes.
But you don't even see them kidnap him. You don't see any interaction with him. They see him, apparently. And the next thing you see is he's tied up.
Yeah.
But you don't even see them with him when he's tied up.
Well,
it's
it doesn't
weird.
even match. It doesn't even match the song.
It doesn't.
Like the song's really more. I think the song's more about friendship than about anything else, and like they're just going after the sky.
Yeah.
But Tony Ward is the model's name. Handsome gentleman.
He's very handsome.
And he was in a ton of, if you look familiar, a ton of Madonna videos. He was in Belinda Carlisle's "I Get Weak," and he was in Taylor Dane's "Every Beat of My Heart."
Wow.
Tony Ward is his name. He's in his 60s now. So this, though, was nominated for oodles of awards in different...
I'm very surprised about this.
For video music awards in different countries, and it's considered a beloved piece of female empowerment and bonding.
All right, this is very surprising to me.
Get this. Are you gonna be more disgusted?
Let's hear it then.
In 1999, it placed number 8 on VH1's greatest music videos of all time.
That's incredible.
That blew my mind.
That is incredible. I don't feel like this video...
I respectfully disagree.
Yeah, agree. Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. I didn't really get it. I felt like they were trying to do something, but they never followed through with it.
I don't even think it was a good idea for this, because this is the second song. We're getting to know them, and now they're playing these characters. That's a middle-aged lens thing,
yes.
You know? It's like, I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, we're trying to get to know who you are. Don't be characters.
Right.
It's a little weird.
And here's the other thing that really bothered me about this, and actually Wannabe, to be honest. Where is all the freaking dancing?
Oh my God. Well, yeah, we'll talk about
There's
Wannabe.
no dancing in either of these two videos. And I'm waiting for it to be almost like a Backstreet Boys or NSYNC kind of video where you do a little something and then you have this little moment where you're all dancing together and, in sync. No pun intended. But there were no moments of them dancing. All they did was sway back and forth in this whole video. Swaying back and forth.
Yeah. Well, but
it's like,
wait a minute though.
What?
Wait, because
there were no dancing.
Wait, there's some arm choreography.
No,
yeah, there's a lot of this, like the X's and like grabbing the shoulders and stuff, and
not much.
Well, my note on this was, I was like, and this is a middle-aged lens, but I was like, I hope to Christ Ginger has SPF on, like sunscreen on.
Oh my God, she's like no clothes on.
Baby Emma Bunton is like squinting her eyes the whole time. Yeah. The sun is beaming on them. I actually felt bad for them in those chorus.
She's a ginger. She's gonna probably burn quite easily.
I worried most about Ginger because at one point she's really up close and you can see freckles on her face. And like that probably happened that day. Like she's like they're in the sun.
And she has the smallest outfit on. She has like these little tiny bitty shorts and a little like leather vest or whatever.
Yeah.
Very small outfit.
Impractical.
In the middle of the sun.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah. What did I write? The girl is frying before my eyes. Jesus Christ. I was drinking.
I do feel like Scary and Baby steal the show. Like, I really, what?
I'm really quick. I clearly, I just thought it was hilarious on this one. This is my note. I wrote this down. I wrote, they look hot. No, really, hot. This is stupid. I watched this like after a night out.
Sounds like it.
Oh my God. But it should have made me like it more. Instead, I didn't. I was concerned. But go back to you said Baby
I feel like
Baby
Scary
and Sporty.
Baby. Scary and Baby, not Sporty.
Oh, okay.
Sporty's fine. She's doing all like the kicks and all that kind of stuff. It's fine. She's Sporty. You expect it.
Yeah.
But I just feel like in this particular video, they really were the stars of the show. Like I didn't feel like that give and take as much in this video as it was in the other one. I
agree.
Baby and Scary show.
Yeah, I agree.
So
we're going to talk about Wannabe and Patreon. I have a similar note. But it should be said that Sporty, though, going back into like the gay moment in history, that song, when she did her solo thing, I Turned to You, they played that all the time at the gay clubs. Oh. That was like, I'm sure we danced to that a million times.
Very cool.
That's a great song. But to be honest, that's kind of all my notes.
Yeah, I don't really have anything either. The only other note that I had was it kind of reminded me of, was it the Backstreet Boys video where it was just sort of boring? I think it was on the tarmac or something and all the fans around them.
Oh, I want it that way.
Yeah. It reminded me a little bit of that for some reason. Just the feel of it. It was just sort of boring. You're just like watching them sway back and forth with a couple of different things here and there, but it just didn't really do anything for me.
I was never bored by it. I just think like, I don't know, it just seemed like it still felt a little cheaply made. It felt a little rushed. And and maybe to your point about the swaying, to me I was like, yeah, there's a lot of just them in the sun and these arm movements. And to me I was just like, I just hope they're being careful out there.
All right, so big question.
I don't know if it's that big of a question.
I know, I don't think
but
so.
But I'm glad because it's like, okay, 1,
so 1, 2, 3,
2 become 1. That makes the vault.
And yeah, so for those of you who have not been with us before on one of these episodes with the videos, we do choose one for our imaginary vault. The other one is destroyed forever. And never to be seen or heard from again.
Yeah.
So 2 become 1 is the one that's going to be in our vaults.
There you go.
So that's our episode for this, but join us on Patreon.
Yeah, if you want more Spice
for
Girls.
For Wannabe.
Yeah, for Wannabe, the big one.
And then you can tell us what you want, what you really, really want. And that's it for this episode of Old Roommates. Thank you for listening. For bonus content, please visit us at patreon.com/oldroommates.
And follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, at Old Roommates. Thanks for listening. Until next time.